And welcome back, everyone, for the first leg of the European Youth Cup here in Sofia, Bulgaria. The weather is better than yesterday, no rain on the radar today. And here we can see the Minister of Youth and Sports of Bulgaria honoring the occasion and coming to open today's ceremonies.
Mr. Fischer will make a short speech under divine assistance of
Скъпи състезатели и треньори, в Деня на българския спорт за мен е чест да бъда тук с вас и да открием Европейската купа по стрелба с лък. Искам да поздравя организаторите за перфектната организация, която са направили за провеждане на Европейската купа. На домакините също да изкажа благодарности за това, което правят, защото без Национална спортна академия и академичен състав българския спорт е изгубен. Още веднъж благодаря на състезателите, искам да пожелая успех в днешния състезателен ден. Благодаря ви, успех!
I'm delighted to be here with you at this wonderful event on the Day of Bulgarian Sport. I would like to congratulate the organizers from the Bulgarian Archery Federations and the hosts from the Vasilievsky National Sports Academy for the excellent organization of this competition. Thank you for your efforts for developing this sport in our country. I'm confident that you will continue to work with the same energy to promote it among children and young people in Bulgaria. I wish the competitors who have reached the finals in the various disciplines every success in achieving their goals. Thank you.
On behalf of Bulgarian Archery Federation, we thanks to the Ministry of Sport for the support for this event, and especially to Mr. Ivan Peshev.
Mr. Atanas Temelkov, President of Bulgarian Archery Association, is now giving a memorable medal to our distinguished guests.
And a special thanks to the National Sport Academy for the support and hosting this event.
So, now the Minister of Youth and Sport is going to shoot an arrow under the guidance of Mr. Atanas Temelkov.
На детал ли си или на...
Ми наблизах се, но той не
Seven. And the same will Mr. Kazimir Petkov do, Director of the National Sport Academy. And 8.
Не мога, не мога. Тук попадения. Момент с ним. Ай, лъча, съвсем истини. Или приятели. Супер. Трябваше да сложим номер 1. Първо място и второ място. Ела служите нас. Дръж първо място. Това не е официално. Не е официално, тя е приятел. Ай, то. Номер 1. Дай да върнем сега номер 2. Да. Оправи единичка. Ето и парното ви донесаха. Видяхте ли сега, а? Ето. Дека нямало парно. Има как да няма.
Защо? Добре. Аз идвам.
Това обратно.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now starting with the bronze medal match for the compound junior under 18 woman.
And here we saw two people very important in Bulgarian sport at the moment shooting for the, well, first time ever. And here come the athletes for the bronze medal match in the under 18 women's compound.
Yeah, we are welcoming Anastasia Chuchina. I hope I said it right.
Anastasia Chuchina from... She is competing under the international neutral athletes flag, and here comes Leonidana Dorfner from Germany.
And the judge in the match is Zonner Jutjer. And on target number 2, Leonie is starting to shoot first.
So Leonie is higher ranked in this case, so she chose to shoot first. So the way the match goes, each archer will shoot one arrow and alternate until 3 arrows are shot from each archer. Then the judges will tally up the points, and after 5 ends, whoever gets the most points also goes home with the bronze.
Yeah, the maximum point they can score is 150 points, and she just shot a 9. And let's see.
And a 9 for Anastasia. She isn't happy. So these first few arrows are going to be sighters. These archers haven't shot on this field before. And another 9.
Leonie.
And an X. So the target has an X and a 10 rank, both bring 10 points, but an X is a very good thing to have when in case of a shoot-off.
8.
And an 8 maybe looks like a 9.
Yeah,
If
it's a liner.
a judge will decide.
Yeah, of course.
Anastasia.
So in just a bit we will have confirmation from the judges on the exact score, but unofficially for now Chuchina is leading by 2
28
points.
for Anastasia and 26 for Leonie. The shooting compound, 5 ends, and at the end, the one with the highest score is the winner.
Now we're waiting for the judges to decide the
Anastasia
scores
was
and to
fourth in
make
the
them
qualification
officially.
round. She had a bye in the 1/8. In the quarters, she was too strong for Ilaria Cambido, and Veronica Pavin was too strong for her in the semi-finals. Leonie was second in the qualification round. She had a bye in the 1/8.
A few words from the coaches, a bit of encouragement. We see both athletes trying to stay warm. It might not be raining today, it does not mean it's any warmer than yesterday.
Yeah. It's so windy today, and it's a type of wind that's very really cold. So it's kind of freezing today too. Not as yesterday, but
Yes, you can see the qualification scores. Leonie qualifying second and Anastasia qualifying fourth. So Germany opening up the second set as they're trailing behind. And an X.
Leonie.
and they changed the previous score of Leonie, and it was a 27.
Yes, the arrow did catch the line. And an 8 for Chuchina.
Anastasia.
A bit of shake in the front arm.
8.
And also an 8. You need to shoot with great precision in these matches. And here is a 10 for Anastasia. The archers are shooting at 50 meters, so not very close.
8.
And another 8.
Leonie.
And that's a 5. And right before the signal. So in this format of archery, each archer has 20 seconds on the clock to shoot one arrow. And that timer starts the moment the other archer shoots their shot. And she just shot right before the timer ended. Maybe didn't have too much time explaining the shot to her coach, figuring it out. So right now, Leonie is leading by 2 points.
Yeah, and if you don't manage to shoot in time, it will called at 0, and that's a missed.
Yeah, and at least in compound, in this format where they sum the points, that can just lose you the match, even in the first end. And here we start with Anastasia Chuchina opening this end. And we hear the German team cheering on in the back. And here come the neutral athletes. And an 8.
Anastasia 8. Leonie 9.
So Leonie extending her lead by another point. We can see the flag in the back. It's a bit windy.
Anastasia 8.
Just moving her side a bit. And an 8 for Leonie.
She didn't look happy at all.
No, the nerves at the finals are very high. So, and especially in the bronze medal finals, because you have to win it to go home with a medal. Here we see the front arm shaking, but it is a 10, standing strong.
She managed to do that, so we see Döfner leading by 5 points by Chuchina. I'm misspelling her name, I'm so sorry.
So, Anastasia Chuchina qualified 4th, as we said, with 669 points. just 17 years old, so she will be going to the under 21 category next year. So, some of her last competitions in this category. And Leonida Dorfner qualified with 673 points to give her second place after qualifications. She has another year in this category, but also doesn't have any international medals yet, so it might be these girls' first experience on a finals field.
The German team is so loud.
Yes, always. It's always nice to hear the crowd cheering the athletes on.
Yeah.
And here comes Anastasia opening the third set, also still trailing behind and with a next. She knows that's exactly what she needed.
9.
And the 9 for Leonie. Dragging the front arm a bit, but also in the 10. And the 10 for Dorfner. The girls are settling in, getting their sights exact. And the 30 for Chuchina. Awesome.
Anastasia is putting a really high pressure against Leonie. So.
And the 8, the pressure did get to her. So right now, after this fourth end, it is 106 against 107. That 3-point lead Leonie had is basically gone, going into the last and fifth end. So yesterday we saw matches in the compound that got turned over exactly in the last fifth end. So, and here on the screen you can see the weather these athletes are shooting in. Still, it might not be raining, it's still very humid, the temperature is low, and the wind isn't that slow. So, everybody trying to stay warm, even in the audience.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Here, Anastasia opening the fifth and last regulation set. If after this set the points are even, they will go to a shoot-off. And the 9.
Now we see Leonie. 9.
9. Leonie.
The pressure is high on Anastasia to gain back the points she lost, and another 9 for her. And an awesome X from Leonie.
Almost a perfect shot.
Anastasia really needs a 10 and an even closer to the center arrow. But Leonie just needs to put it in the yellow to win the bronze medal. Can she do it? And it's a 10. So Leonie Dana Dorfner, well, still unofficially, but we are sure it is official, it's confirmed. So Leonie Dana Dorfner from Germany going home with the bronze medal in the compound under 18 women.
Yeah, it was tight at the end. It was a really good match. You can hear the German team.
Some more cheering for their athlete and teammate. So, and of course, congratulations between the girls. It's all good. So, in a bit, we will be going to the gold medal match in this category, where Italian Veronica Pavin will be facing off Iceland's Þórdís Unur Bjarkadóttir. We saw both of them shooting yesterday in the mixed and the team events and shooting quite well. So it will be a very interesting match.
Yeah.
So Veronica will be shooting on target number 1 and Þórdís will be shooting on target number 2.
Now we're waiting for the athletes to
Ladies and
arrive on the
gentlemen,
field.
now going for the gold medal match for the compound under 18 woman.
Yeah, we see the Icelandic coach and the
And-
Italian coach.
Iceland always bring a little dance to the finals field. We saw that yesterday also.
Yeah, they were all dancing during the mixed team on the
Yeah.
routine.
Veronica also looking happy and relaxed.
We're on target number 1, Veronica Pavin, Italy. And on target number 2, Þórdís Unur Bjarkadóttir, Iceland.
They both look so happy.
The judge in the
It will be a really good match.
That's always what's important.
Yeah, yeah.
To shoot first.
I mean, yesterday I think they shot against each other already, so it's awesome. It is Þórdís's last year in this category. She has some medals behind her back on the international stage. And Veronica, I think she's, what, 15?
No, she's 13.
Oh, she is 13. Oh, well. Well,
Yeah,
she's
she's
just
really young.
she's just coming into this category. So we'll see her in many more years to go.
Yeah, she is not even a cadet yet.
And shooting at this level.
Yeah. And this is her third international competition.
9
In the
She's
9
starting
to
to 9.
open up. Just a bit of feedback from the coach, moving her side a bit.
9
Another
Þórdís.
9.
And the 9 for Þórdís.
They both look confused.
Well, those first arrows are like that. They are sighters. You need to shoot a strong shot. The 8 isn't what she wanted. She's not
No,
happy
she's
with
really
it.
disappointed.
The first few shots need to be strong and good, so you know. Oh, well, she
Another
wasn't
8.
happy with that either. So all even. And the 10.
Veronica.
She smiles.
Bit of a hold
Nine.
and puts it into the 9. So Veronica is leading by 1 point after this end, but it doesn't seem like it's bothering anyone. So Veronica did qualify first with 682 points, which is such an awesome score, while Þórdís qualified 6th, so a bit of a climb to the top with 649 points.
In the semi-finals, too strong for Anastasia.
And what I'm seeing from what I have in front of me, so the Icelandic archer shoots in her eliminations to get to this point. She shot against her teammate Elizabeth, after that against Alexandra Gladkova, and in the end again beat Leonie Dorfner, that we just saw win the bronze medal, to get to here with a really consistent just around 140 points of a score. So Bjarkadóttir will open up the second set, trailing behind by just 1 point.
9.
In the 9, really close to the 10, just outside.
X.
It is an
Veronica.
X.
So now she's leading by 2 points.
10.
10.
But Þórdís also finds the 10.
Another 10.
And another 10. So keeping the 2-point lead. And another 10 for Thordis.
They are putting pressure against each other.
That's what they need to do. This is promising to be a very high-level match. Not many points being dropped. And, well, this one drops down in the 9. So, all even in this end. So, Pavin keeping the 1-point lead. So, because Veronica Pavin qualified first, she did not shoot the white 1/8 eliminations. She went straight to quarterfinals, where she beat Luisa Marquez with a score of 144 points. So, just 6 points dropped in that match. And then beat Anastasia Chuchina in the semifinals with 142 points. So really strong matches, because I know what the weather was like.
Yeah. It wasn't easy at all. So now Tordis is starting to shoot first. And
it's an 8. A bit confused about it. So let's see if Veronica can extend her lead here, and she does by another 2 points. A bit of a nod just after the shot. It is a 9 though. And here is another 10 for Veronica. The two arrows hating each other. Moment. And it is a first 30 here in the third end. So 86 against 79 points. This will be very hard for the Icelandic archer to come back from.
Yeah, but not impossible.
Nothing is impossible.
79 when it's confirmed Torres will start in the
now we see Veronica leading by 7 points. And it looks like the wind is increasing.
Yeah.
The coach from Italy trying to warm Veronica up.
And it's confirmed.
The weather has been weird all week here.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be raining, it barely did, and yesterday, well, it didn't stop. So here we see Thordis shooting first, again trying to make back 7 points in just 2 ends. It's a big ask. She will need to be perfect and hope Veronica isn't. And an 8 down low. She's a bit confused, seems, by the shot. Well, by the score. And a 10 for Veronica. Isn't looking too good for Thordis here. She knew that was a good shot, going right in the middle.
Yeah, she nodded. She's finding the 10 again, so let's see.
And the 9 for Veronica Pavin. And another 8 for Thordis. She's just done with it. So great chance here for Veronica. And an 8 from her also. But well, she can allow herself to shoot a few 8s here with leading by 7 or maybe even 8 points if the second arrow from Veronica is a 9, which it looked like. So we are waiting for judges' confirmation, but yes, it is a 9, so 8-point lead for Pavin here. But well, that's not letting Thordis's mood down. Still smiling, still having fun.
Now we see on the screen the brackets of the compound under 18 women. And Veronica started with 144, then continued to win with 142. And Tordis also started with 142, then continuing with 141. So they are both around 140, which is a high value.
Let's see if the Icelandic archer can put down some 10s, and she does. So this is the last 10. So at the end of the 6 arrows from the archers, and here is an 8 for Veronica, moving her sight. So 2 points made up by Thordis right now. But a 9 as the second arrow, and she's not happy with it. And another 8 for Veronica. She looks annoyed at it.
Yeah, very much.
But she still has a very good cushion of points here. Before the last arrow, and another X for Thordis. So Veronica needs a 6 to win this match. And the 10 she shoots. So just head in hands and very smiley and happy. So Veronica Pavin is the winner in the compound under 18 women's category here in the European Youth Cup. So
yeah, it's confirmed.
It is confirmed. Just 13 years old. So it would be very interesting to see her develop in the coming years. And well, a silver medal for Tortes here. Also, another under her belt, coming into the under 21 category next year. Congratulations to both archers, going out still smiling and happy.
So they're taking a picture together?
Of course.
They both look
to be
so
honest,
happy.
the best friendships come from rivalry, from competitions like this.
Yeah.
On the field, you are opponents, but off of it, you could be best friends. So, in the just a few moments, we are going to the compound under 18 men's bronze medal match, where on target number 1 we'll be shooting 4th ranked Matteo Art from Belgium, and on target number 2 we'll be shooting 3rd ranked Artur Sibiriakov, who is shooting under the neutral individual athletes flag. And here come the athletes!
Here they are.
We're on target number 1 from Belgium, Matteo Art. And on target number 2, Artur Sibiriakov. And Arthur will start to shoot first on target number 2.
So, Arthur has chosen to shoot first. This is what you'd often see with the archer who is leading in the qualifications. And off we go for the bronze medal with the sun shining in their eyes. And the 10 to start.
Yeah, it's not easy with when the light changes.
Well, it doesn't seem like that will be bothering Matteo here. Left-handed and also shoots a 10. There are benefits to being a left-handed archers, but well, the screen is right in front of his eyes also, so that can be difficult. And another 10 from Artur here. It is a liner, but it is inside the 10. And the 9 for Matteo. So a 1 point lead for Sibiriakov. Can he shoot a perfect? And well, I can't call that. So a 9-10 liner.
The judges will
Yes, it's marked with an asterisk, which means it will be judged when. And another 9 for Matteo Art.
Well, that's interesting because it could also be even, but also Arthur could lead by 2 points. So
Yeah, so we will have to see. Wait for the judges' confirmations on the arrows. I do think Arthur's second arrow is a 10. It looks like it is in on the inside, but the last one too close to go. Oh, so one of his arrows is marked as a 9. So here you can see the qualifications from the under 18 men, and we can see Artur Sibiriakov qualified third, while Matteo Art qualified fourth. But the difference between the two is just 1 point, and their difference to the second ranked archer is just another point. This is the high level archer we see in these competitions, and it is a very close competition at that. And we can hear the Artur's teammates cheering on for him. So yes, one of his arrows was a 10, the other was a 9. So Matteo...
No, so Arthur is leading by 1 point here.
Yes.
And now Matteo is starting to shoot first.
Can he find the 10? We can hear the wind just picking up, and it is an 8.
Yeah.
Disappointed with that, and in such a high level match, it's normal to see. And an X7 for Sibiriakov. Matteo needs to put it down right in the middle now, because, well, points aren't that easy to make up. And, well, he does!
We see Arthur shooting.
And then, well, that's right on the X. And a 9 for Matteo. So 27 points for him. And a 9 for Artur. So 55 to 58 points.
So Arthur took another 2 point lead to Matteo, and he's now in a 3 point gap.
For Frank. But Gianluca Silvio was too strong for him in the semi-finals. World record of 15 arrow match is 150 and 10x. European, and it was shot on 26 July 2014.
So, well, no records will be broken in this match. So, what we can hear the teams in the behind cheering on. Matteo Art will start first again, trailing by 3 points confirmed by the judges. Having a few words with his coach. Matteo needs strong, good shots that go right in the middle to make back some of the points. And the 10 he finds.
Yeah.
Awesome to see. So both Matteo and Artur, who also shoots a 10, were by in the 1/8. So a few less eliminations for them to go through. And an X for Matteo. He does what he needs. But let's see if that's enough. So a 9 for Artur, which means Matteo is only 2 points back now. A longer hold and the 30. Great job from Matteo. This is what he needs, and we have a perfect score. And Artur's last arrow is also a 9. So Matteo is only falling behind by 1 point after this third end, and there are 2 more to go. It is such a close and even matchup here. In the quarterfinals, Matteo Art shot against Leonardo Bardassi and won by just 1 point with 142, and after that lost to Christian Gabrieli, also from Italy, with 140 points. So they're also at the 140 point mark, the same as the women with their eliminations. Artur shot against Kfir Frank in the quarterfinals with 141 points, but then lost to Gianluca De Silvio with 137, so under the 140 mark. Maybe nerves got to him, so let's see if he can keep it together, and let's see if Matteo puts down another perfect score.
They both look so confident, so it will be a great match, of course. Now Matteo is starting to shoot first.
Still trailing by just 1 point this time.
Yeah.
A bit of a longer hold, making sure it goes in the middle. Not happy with that. And it is an 8. And it looks like the wind is picking up. But a 9 from Artur. So 2 points ahead is the neutral athlete. You can see the flags in the back. This is what the archers also see. And a 10 for Matteo. They have to, just by that and a few other things on the field, judge how strong is the wind and what direction is it moving. And, well, they're aiming accordingly. And Artur Sibiriakov also finds the 10.
Yeah, well, their arms are both shaking because the wind is really strong now. And
Yeah, we
Matteo,
can see Mateo's finger sling just waving in the wind, and another 8 for him.
yeah,
But from what I see, nerves are also playing a bit of a role. Because, well, qualifications were also windy, but these archers shot well. And
that's
a
10.
10-9 liner for Arthur. It will be judged. But, well, Matteo didn't shoot what he needed right now. So Arthur extending his lead to 3 or 4 points before the last end. Yeah, it is a 10. So a 4-point lead for Artur Sibiriakov just before the last end, which puts him in a bit of a comfortable position. But well, he shouldn't get too comfortable because 2-8 just remove that lead.
Yeah, that's not what he needed to do, but well, now we see Arthur leading. We hear the other teammates cheering for him.
So Matteo opening the last end of this match. Also holding for quite a long time. Ooh,
That's a 7.
it is a 7. Something wasn't quite right with his execution, and it has dropped down low. So Arthur can make it comfortable for himself, but shoots an 8. So keeping extending it actually to a 5-point lead with just 2 arrows to go. And here is Matteo right back in the middle. But so is Arthur. So just 1 arrow to go here. Matteo aiming for the 10, dropping it down into the 9. So, well, Arthur just needs to hit the target to win the gold medal right now. Well, actually not the gold medal, sorry, the bronze. And the 10 to finish it off. So 143 against 137, and Artur Sibiriakov will be going home with the bronze medal in the compound under 18 men.
Yeah, so now we are waiting for the judge to make it official.
Yes, so great shooting from both athletes, but I think just a bit of nerves got to Matteo. The nerves got to Matteo just a bit more with those 8s he dropped to the right, but all good between the athletes. And
Yeah, it's official.
it is official, Artur Sibiriakov being the bronze medal winner. And, well, in just a bit, we are going to the gold medal match in this category, where Christian Gabrieli will be shooting against Gianluca De Silvio, well, respectively an Italian and a German.
Yeah, Gabrielli qualified 8th, while De Silvio qualified 2nd. And Gabrielli was against Art Matteo in the semifinals, and Gabrielli won 143 against 140.
Well, De Silvio shot a great semi-final against Sibiriakov with 147 points.
Yeah, he had a gap of 10 points against Sibiriakov.
So let's see if, well, Gabriele manages to climb to the first step of that podium from 8th place, or if De Silvio will grab the gold medal with his great shooting. So we'll see. It will be very interesting and a great match to watch. The athletes just waiting and pacing around to be asked to go out in just a moment.
Yeah, we're waiting for them to arrive. And Gabrielli is shooting on target number 1, while De Silvio is shooting on
Ladies and
target number
gentlemen,
2.
we are
Yeah,
now
now
going
they're
for the
coming.
gold medal match for the compound under 18 men.
And here come the athletes to the field of play.
With on target number 1 from Italy, Christian Gabrieli. And on target number 2 from Germany, Gianluca De Silvio. Judging is Petra Bolter. And on target number 2, Gianluca will start to shoot first.
So this isn't the first finals for either of these archers. Gabriele having actually 2 gold medals in the team event, one from the Youth Cup last year and one from the European Youth Championships last year. So Gianluca has chosen to shoot first. Again, pretty typical to see. And a 9 really close to the 10 here for him. Let's see the first arrow of the Italian archer. And it is an X. Such a strong shot. Awesome to see.
Now we see Gianluca shooting. Another 9.
And another 9. So, in the letdown, what is happening? Okay, so the arrow is falling.
I think.
Something is wrong, maybe with his rest or something, but he might have exactly 2 seconds to shoot and puts it in the 10 anyway. So again, the archers have a 20-second clock, and well, drawing 3 times isn't easy in 20 seconds. And another 9 for Gianluca. Can Gabriele capitalize on this and just shoot a perfect 30 to open the match up? Well, he's holding this arrow a bit longer. And the third 10, a perfect score to open the match up. Awesome to see.
He had so much time in the last arrow. I don't know what happened in the second arrow.
I think his arrow kept falling off the rest. So with compound, you typically have 2 types of rests. Ones that are tied to the string and they pop up, and ones that are stationary. He has the pop-up kind.
Yeah.
So if the arrow falls off of that, it is quite it has to be on the rest from the start. We saw in the previous matches just archers putting their arrow back on the rest at full draw, but with the shoot through risers, the one the Italian has, that's difficult to do.
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
So here are the brackets. We see Gianluca shot 147 actually twice to get to this final, while Christian Gabrieli shot a 144 and 143. But well, De Silvio has already dropped 3 points. And here is a fourth. Moving his side, but needs to find the 10. In the 9, it is very close to the 10, but it's not catching the line probably. Let's see if De Silvio finally shoots a 10, and the next he does. Just a few adjustments on the side is what these archers need sometimes. And it is a 10 for Christian here. So, keeping the 3-point lead right now.
That's a long hold.
It is, it's not the best execution, swinging his front arm. And another 9. Not going too well for the German right now. And another 10 for Christian Gabrieli. And well, that 9 is also really close to the 10, so we might need to wait for a judge's call.
Yeah, for now, unofficially, we have a 4-point gap, and Christian is leading.
And well, and Gianluca doesn't look happy at all. He's in his head analyzing his shots, trying to figure out why aren't they in the 10.
Well, sometimes nerves are just kicking in the finals, because that's not easy thing to do. So Gianluca is 16, and it looks like this is his first competition.
It might be, but well, it's definitely his first gold medal match. And here we see the start of the third end, with Gianluca trailing back by 4 points. Waiting for the signal to start and ready. Ooh! Well, that's untypical, to be honest.
Yeah,
So a
yes,
7.
Yeah.
And a 9-10 liner for Christian here. So, but an X for Gianluca.
He found his shot again.
A really long hold. And well, a 9 for Gabriele. Maybe we're having some problems with the cameras, but well, good thing we know what they shoot. And another 10 for Gianluca, but the 7 is a really, really low score for Compound. Let's see Christian's last arrow, and it is a 10-9 liner. So even extending his lead by 5 points, and maybe even 6 depending on that first one if it catches, and the last one. And we see De Silvio just not happy with his performance, trying to figure out what is happening, because well, we saw him yesterday in the mixed teams and he shot great. And here's some words from the Italian coach. Looks like he's, I don't know, scolding him, but it's probably not that.
Well, it could be, honestly. But that's okay.
So it is confirmed. Christian's first arrow was a 10. So 6-point lead going into the fourth end. We're here. So
Yeah.
Gianluca starting. And then X. He'll need a few 30s.
Yes.
And a 9-10 liner for Christian. Just coasting by the line, but well, if it catches, it's still a 10. And another X for Gianluca. Found his shot, but well, might be too late.
Oh, maybe not.
And maybe not. There's always a chance. And a 9 from Christian. So 1 point made up by the German. But also drops a 9. So it looks like Christian is in a really comfortable position right now. But holding on to this last arrow. And puts it in the 10.
Yeah. You can hear the Italian team cheering for Christian.
So we'll be waiting for confirmation on that first arrow from Gabriele. So a 5 or 6 point lead, which is a whole arrow in this case, going into the last end. And well, we have seen great archers shoot in the blue, so everything is possible, but it doesn't happen often.
Okay, so they gave Christian 1 point up. So we
Yeah.
have now a 6 point lead from Christian.
It did catch the line. That is all they need. It just needs to clip it.
What's interesting about compound matches is that one singular arrow could make you lose the match.
Yes, we've seen there are some matches that are decided by exactly the last arrow.
Yeah.
So let's see if this one becomes a nail biter at the last moment. Going into the last set, Gianluca starting it. And the 9.
That's a longer hold.
Yeah, we hear the coach counting in the back. And a 9 for Gabriele also, but well, it's always better to shoot it than not. A 9-10 liner for Gianluca. He'll want for that to be a 10. And another 9 right into the previous arrow for
Yeah.
Christian, but well, he has quite the lead. And a 10 for De Silvio. So the situation is that Gabriele needs to shoot a 6. Well, I'd say
A 10.
a 7. And he puts down a 10 and grabs the gold medal in the compound under 18 here. So climbing back up from the 8th place up to gold.
Yeah.
We did see the underdog win.
Yeah, you never know in the matches.
Nerves do happen. And this is his best score in eliminations yet. 145 points.
Well, congratulations to both the archers. And Christian looks really happy. And yeah.
So the liner for Germany is a 10, but well, it doesn't make a difference. Congratulations to Christian Gabriele on the gold medal, and well, to Gianluca De Silvio for the silver. Really strong fighting up to this point and great shooting. Just you see that with compound, with the tally system, just you need to be strong during the whole match. You can't allow yourself many mistakes,
Yeah.
because just well 3 points do make the difference, and they add up quickly.
Yeah, while recurve archers have sets, us compound are making every single arrow count. Yeah, of course they recurves too, but here the nerves are really strong because we don't have sets. So if we shoot
Yeah.
one arrow bad,
It might end it though.
yeah, it
In
might
the
be over.
at the World Cup level, you can shoot a 9 and that can be the end of it.
Yeah.
One single 9
Yeah.
may mean you lose. So, but again, both archers shooting really strong and well, the freezing code to be honest. So again, under the 18 category, so many more years for them to develop and shoot even better scores. And in just a moment, we are going to be welcoming in the archers for the bronze medal match in the compound under 21 women. For the bronze, we'll be shooting Germany's Yara Mayvold and the individual neutral athlete Sofia Maslenikova. And here come the coaches and the judge for the match. Yara shooting on the target number 1 and Sofia shooting on target number 2.
Yara qualified 5th, while Sofia qualified 3rd.
So in this category, there were quite a lot of competitors.
On target number 1 from Germany, Yara Mayvold.
So Yara Mayvold again qualifying 5th
Number 2, Sofia
and being by in the 1/8. Sofia qualifying 3rd, but and also being by in the 1/8.
On target number 1, Yara is starting to shoot first.
So as we saw from the previous matches, will actually a bit of difference. So Sofia has chosen to shoot 2nd, which we see for the first time today. So that is her preference for shoot-offs. Because well, always whoever archer is trailing behind starts the new set, and we hear all the cheering from behind. And let's see Yara open up this match. She also shot yesterday in the field in the team matches. It is Sofia's first time. Let's see if that's an advantage. And well, Yara shoots an X to open up.
Yeah, Yara was in the mixed team finals yesterday against Italy. Now let's see Sofia.
A really long hold, and it is a 9. Also a longer hold for Yara.
8. Yara.
And an 8.
Yeah, it looks like we have some troubles with the cameras, but we know it's a hate.
And a 9 for Sofia. So all equal after the first 2 arrows.
9.
And a 9 for Yara. So there is a chance for Sofia to take the lead right now. Can she? No. So all equal after the first end.
27. It is confirmed. That means that on target number 1, Yara will start the next end.
So in this case, when the athletes are all even, we go back to starting order. So yes, Yara will be shooting first again in the second end. And we can see trying to stay warm.
Semi-final.
But at least the sun is shining
Yeah.
today.
For now.
Sofia was third in the qualification round. She had a bye in the 1/8. She was too strong in the quarters for Giorgia Montaldi, but Milana Mursini, her fellow teammate, was too strong for her in the semi-finals.
And here comes all the support towards the athletes.
Yeah, Team Germany is loud today.
They're always loud. And an X so close to right in the middle.
That was a strong shot.
Yes, definitely. And here comes Sofia. Also an X. So these archers are extremely well matched up. Well, Yara qualified 5th and Sofia 3rd, but the difference between the two is just 2 points in qualifications. And here is another X for Myvold.
That's a long hold.
But also a 10. Well, with compound, a longer hold is not as detrimental as in, well, recurve because of the let off.
Yeah.
But still. And a third X! First perfect score of this match, and it is 3 X's. Really? Can't really get better. It looks like Sofia, there is a bit of confusion with the timer. She's a bit confused. Does she have to shoot? Does she not?
Yeah, maybe there is a technical issue.
Isn't there always one? So let's see if this loses her concentration or not. And well, she does not. So 2 perfect scores, all even after the second end. This is promising to be a very close and strong match for the bronze medal.
Yeah.
Both girls really want it.
Can you blame them? Like,
Never.
Bronze or nothing.
It's
so.
bronze or nothing. So we can see coaches talking to their athletes. And, well, Sofia's teammates cheering for her.
It's always good to hear teammates cheer for you.
Yes, it helps with confidence.
Yes.
It cheers you up. And well, the Germans aren't letting that go. Here we start the third end, all even. And another X for Yara.
This is a high level match.
A long hold for Sofia. And a 9. So Yara having the lead by just 1 point right now. And as we said, this might be the 1 point, and the 9 for Yara also. So nothing is lost still. And a 10 for Sofia.
They're both even.
So, all even.
Yeah.
So, this match looks like it will be who will drop a point at the wrong moment. And another 9 for Yara.
Yeah, you can see the sun shining bright. So
Yeah, both athletes with caps on, shading their eyes. And we are all even.
So after the third set, it's everything to do.
All even,
All
absolutely
even.
all. So let's see if they keep it up for another two sets and we go to a shoot off.
Yeah, and it will be the first time today.
Yesterday we only had one shoot off and it was basically at the end of the day. So let's see if the morning session today sees one. But really high level shooting from both girls. Maybe the sun is helping a bit with just 5 points dropped from 3 ends. So both Yara and Sofia were by in the 1/8 finals. And in the quarterfinals, Yara shot a 142, while Sofia shot a 140. And in the semifinals, Yara lost to Caterina Gallo with just 1 point, shooting a 140. So again, a strong match. While Sofia lost to Malina Murzina with, well, a 136, so a really quite lower elimination. But this is promising to be their strongest match from this competition. And Yara drops a 9 far to the right.
Let's see if Sofia managed to do a 10. Or if it's even now. Oh.
It is an 8, also to the right.
Yeah.
So 1 point lead for Yara at the moment, and a 10 for her. Will we see our first, well, lead after this set? And can Sofia find the 10 again? Oh, a 9 also to the right. It is arrow for arrow and a 10 for Sofia to boost her confidence going into the last and fifth set. But well, as we said, it will be just what arrow is going to be just a point lower to give someone the advantage.
Yeah. So a 2 point lead isn't that big of a lead.
Yes, but also a 29 puts it out of reach, so
So it
It,
looks like the nerves are starting to kick in for Sofia.
yes, it will also be the fifth and last end will be the first one she will be opening up.
Yes.
So that may stress her out a bit more. Because sometimes you do judge what you need to do by what the other athlete has done. And off we go with the fifth and last regulation set in this awesome strong match for the bronze medal in the compound under 21 women. And here comes Sofia.
Teammates cheering her up.
And another 9 just to the right. And yes, she is adjusting her sight. The sun can change where you need to put your sight, but well, Yara manages to put it in the 10 again. Well, that's not a great shot, and it is an 8. So the door is open for Yara to just take this home. And another 10 for her. So 7 points, no, 3 point lead in just this set alone. And another 9 for Sofia.
We have some issues with the score on the screen.
And a 9 for Yara is more than enough for her to take home the bronze medal. She needed a 5. So, Yara Mayvold is the bronze medal winner in the compound under 21 women's category. Such a strong match, some awesome shooting, but as you saw in just the last two ends, the nerves got a bit too much for Sofia, and it was what determined it.
Yeah, you never know, you never know. But,
But,
congratulations to both athletes.
For even getting to this stage, to this finals field. But as we saw, both athletes shot really strong shots. Sofia just making those, two not that strong shots that, well, sometimes cost you the match. So she might not be going home with a medal, but definitely with a lot of experience for the future.
Yeah, of course. And we're going for the compound women under 18 gold.
Under 21 women's
Oh,
gold,
sorry.
where,
Sorry.
well,
Yeah, we just did the under 18.
yes, where actually first qualified Katerina Gallo will be facing off second qualifying Milana Murzina. Or probably Murzina. So an Italian against a individual neutral athlete.
So now we are waiting for the athletes.
In just a second, the athletes will be going out again for the gold medal in the compound under 21 women's category. And here we see the Italian team prepared to shout their lungs out in support of Caterina. And well, we already know the other team can also shout really loudly, so let's see. Just waiting for the field to get prepared here in Sofia. It's getting sunny, it's getting warmer, so hopefully we see less athletes jumping around, keeping hands in pockets, trying to stay warm today. So Katerina did rank first and skipped the 1/8 elimination. But, well, in the quarterfinals, she shot a great match with 144 points, and afterwards won against Diana, who just became the bronze medalist in this category with 141 points. While Milana, well, she shot a 138 to win her quarterfinals and then a 138 again in the semis. So, can we see a better score from both athletes? Katerina already shot at this venue yesterday in the mixed teams. Where, well, Katerina and her teammate Lorenzo in the mixed teams yesterday did win gold. So she can go home with 2 gold medals if she wins this one too. And it looks like we are ready to start with the gold medal match in the compound under 21 women. So, please welcome the coaches and athletes to the field of play.
We're on target number 1, Caterina Gallo, Italy. And on target number 2, Milana Murzina.
So, again, an Italian against an individual neutral athlete. And Caterina has chosen to shoot first. She shot great yesterday in the rain, so can she do it in the sunshine? And as I told you, the Italians are loud, but so are Milana's supporters. So, and here we start off. Caterina starting the match with a 9. So let's see what Milana does for her first arrow. Looks confident, a strong shot, and it is an 8, and we see her just moving her sight. This is what you need with the first arrow, a strong good shot that can tell you where your side needs to be. And here is a 10 for Gallo. And a 9 for Milana Murzina. So 2 points ahead for now is the Italian. And another 10. So, well, Caterina is ending this set with at least a 2-point lead. But will Milana find the 10 and keep it at 2 points? Well, not the strongest shot, but it is a 10.
29, 20.
So 29 against 27 points here for the first end in this gold medal match.
That means that Milana will start to shoot first. Katrina was first in the qualification.
So Katerina actually did qualify first with 683 points, while Milana was second with 669. So it is quite the difference from qualifications, but well, some people are just better at eliminations.
Goodbye. Walker.
We can see the light changing, the sun coming and going, hiding behind clouds from time to time.
Let you go.
It's always awesome to hear all the cheering. And here we see Milana opening the second set up, trailing by 2 points. And then she shoots, moving her sight a little bit more. And the 9 for Katerina. It is really close to the 10, but it might not catch the line.
9.
And the 9 for Milano looked unhappy. So Katerina keeping the 2-point lead for the Mount, and an 8. So well, all even for now. And the 10 for Milana. So good score here. Katerina will want her last arrow to be a 10.
8.
And it is another 8 on the other side of the target.
29.
So 25 to 29, and now Milana is leading by 2 points. Well, we of course will wait for confirmation on that first arrow from Katerina. It looked really close to the line. So for now, a 2-point lead for Milana Murzina. And the scores have been confirmed, and it is a 2-point lead. Katerina not very happy with the 2 8s.
That means that Katrina will start to shoot first.
So now Katerina will open the third end. And oh, the cheering behind from the stands. Let's see if Gallo can shoot a few times here, bringing back her confidence. And she does open up the... And with a 10. But Milana also shoots one, so still keeping the 2-point lead over the Italian.
9.
And the 9 for Gallo. A longer hold for Milana, and she puts it into the 8. So the gap is just 1 point now. And the 10 for Katerina. So 29 points in the set and 83 points in total.
9. Milan.
And the 9 from Milana makes both archers all even after the third end.
If that's confirmed, then that means
So Katerina will start the next end. The athletes are even. So we are going back to starting order. We see it is might be sunny, it is still cold out there.
Confirmed.
So scores are confirmed 83-83. We see a few more points dropped here than in the bronze medal match, but well, two more ends to go. So much support for Katerina from her teammates in the back. And the 10 to open up this fourth end. Exactly what she needs to put some pressure on her opponent, who also shoots a 10. Still to the left. So all even. We might have another nail biter here of waiting when someone will make a mistake, and that won't be Gallo with this arrow. Also a 10. And here is a 9 for Milana, which puts the lead in the Italians' hands by just 1 point. And dragging that across, but it is an 8. Nerves got to her a bit. So Milana can have the lead, but also shoots an 8. So 111 to 110 points after the fourth end. Just one point of buffer between them. So in the fifth and last end of this match, Milana will start it. Here we see that swing of the front arm, trying to drag the arrow across to the middle. Maybe her sight was off to the left. Maybe just something wasn't feeling quite alright in her shot. And well, these tricks do help sometimes. And what you need is the arrow to be in the middle. So here we go with the fifth and last end in this gold medal match. Milana Murzina opening it up. The sun has fallen behind the cloud, so let's see if this changes anything for the athletes right now. Well, Milana shoots an X right in the middle, so here comes Caterina Gallo, who also manages to put her arrow in the X ring. So 2 10s. Gallo keeping her lead right now. And an 8 for Milana. Not happy, nothing looked wrong with the shot, but well, that gives Gallo a bit of wiggle room. And she shoots another 10, so a 3-point lead for the Italian going into the last arrows of this match. And another 10 for Milana, so Caterina needs an 8 to win it. And she gets a 9. So 140 to 108, 38 points. Such a close match. Such good shooting, strong shots from both girls, and Caterina Gallo is going home with the gold medal in the compound under 21 women's category, while Milana Murzina will be going home with the silver Awesome shooting from both girls, and well, a great match to watch. And here come the Italians cheering on. And well, they have a good reason to keep on talking here because the next match is the compound under 21 men's bronze medal match where Fabrizio Aloisi will be facing off Lorenzo Gubini, both Italians. So let's see how the teammates fare up against each other. Fabrizio qualifying 4th, while Lorenzo qualifying 2nd.
That was a great match.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going for the bronze medal match.
And here come the athletes for the bronze medal match in the compound under 21 men team.
Will be an Italian battle.
On target number 1 we have Fabrizio, while on target number 2 we have Lorenzo.
On target number 1 we have Fabrizio Aloisi. And on target number 2, Lorenzo Cupini. The judge in the match is Sona Giugia. And on target number 2, Lorenzo is starting to shoot first.
So Lorenzo, higher ranking in the qualifications, has chosen to shoot first. He qualified 2nd with 705 points. The maximum is 720. So really close to that. And well, Fabrizio qualified with 999. So really close. And here we start with the bronze medal match. The stun out again from the clouds. And the 10 to open up.
Yeah, the sun likes to play hide and seek.
Yes. And also 10 for Fabrizio. I'm very interested to see how the teammates fare up against each other. And an X for Lorenzo. Because, well, at least with my teammates, I know exactly how they shoot and how much they can shoot. So it's interesting to see. And another 10 here. Moving his sight just a tiny bit, wants them in the X.
Wow.
So
Perfect score.
we start off with a perfect score. Can Fabrizio match it? And he does.
Fabrizio.
It will be a super high level score, I
Yes.
think. It's a great match.
So yeah, we'll be hearing a lot of shouting.
Because it's so quiet. I can hear myself talk.
Yeah, the Italians being quiet right now.
Well, it's not. We don't like to cheer where our teammates against each other because we cheer for both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
And yeah, we don't know who to cheer for.
You cheer for both.
Yeah.
That's what the Italians need to do. So, Lorenzo with his qualification being second skipped the 1/8 round, while Fabrizio shot a 147 again out of 150. And here we start with the second set. Lorenzo opening up, all even, all perfect after the first end. And with the next to open up.
Fabrizio.
So Fabrizio shot a 10.
So it is still all even. And well, perfect.
Yeah.
And another X. Let's see.
Oh,
And here
he drops
is
the line.
here is the first dropped point. But can Gubini keep it perfect?
Yeah.
And he does.
Wow.
But can Fabrizio put this one in the middle and not drop another point? A long hold and down into the 8, a bit confused by it. So